A fateful day, somehow somebody met me on the road and told me that he wanted to invite me to church. Never believed the Lord could change my life in one day. Then the man of God began to preach, and he said something that the Lord is about to show us the purposes of our lives. He said the Lord was about to change our lives. But then he said we should close our eyes and lift our hands towards heaven and begin to pray. And then I closed my eyes and I began to pray. And suddenly I fell into a trance. Hey guys, a quick one today. I want to share with you how the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakhilome, DSC, DD, changed my life. I believe you know him and you must have heard of him because he's one of the most influential men in the world, and he changed my life in a tremendous way. I don't share that with you because I honor him so much and I believe this will bless somebody. Right, I heard about him in 2005 for the first time. I just got into the boarding school and there was a guy who just joined and he said he was from Christ Embassy. So I thought that was good, and he was just acting differently. And some of us, I was worshiping with another denomination then, although I had a problem with the guy who was from Christ Embassy because I felt he was too proud. He was so confident. But sometimes when I call it humility, not humility, when you're trying to be humble because you lack self-esteem, you see, when you meet people who are confident, you call them proud. So we thought this guy was proud. I had a problem with him and all. But then when I graduated from secondary school and all, and then a fateful day, somehow somebody met me on the road and told me that he wanted to invite me to church. That's my sister and I. And somehow we joined Christ Embassy. That was in 2012. At the time, we were just serving in the church. We joined cell ministry. We had been taught the way of the Lord and growing in the faith. But then, for the first time, I knew that my life was changing because then our leader then would introduce us to different messages. That's by the man of God, Pastor Chris. So there was one titled "The Man Sent from God." There was another one titled "Success Motivation." Powerful one, changed my life forever. There was another one titled "Fulfilling Purpose." I could name many of them, right? But then this time around, I was supposed to attend an ICLC meeting. This was in 2013, quite young, still a teenager then. And then we went for the meeting. We're all gathered there. On the first day, I was blessed. Second day, awesome. Third day, powerful. And on the third day evening was the IMC. At the time, the man of God was supposed to have a meeting with in those days, we call them the LoveWorld stars. These are the musical ministers that the man of God had raised in the Lord, right? So these guys were gathered. Many of them. I wouldn't want to call names. Then many of them. So they were gathered there. They sang one at a time and all of that. Then I was just in the ministry, just quite young. I was not sure of what was going on. Then the man of God began to preach, and he said something that after everybody had ministered, he imparted the ministers. And then he said something that the Lord is about to show us the purposes of our lives. He said the Lord was about to change our lives. I was surprised. I heard that for the first time. Never believed the Lord could change my life in one day. But then he said we should close our eyes and lift our hands towards heaven and begin to pray that the Lord will show us something very remarkable. I believed. Somehow faith came and I believed. And then I closed my eyes and I began to pray. And suddenly I fell into a trance. And in this trance, the first thing I saw was me in the hall preaching to some people. And the second thing I saw was me with a book. I would not want to go into details. Me with a book and a lot of people behind me and all of that, stuff like that. Maybe some other video I'll explain what I really saw. That's not the purpose for this video, right? So then after the encounter, I had 3 of them. And after I was done with that encounter, I woke up. But now in the vision I saw, it was about 7 years this happened. But then in the trance, literally, it was about 2 seconds. Till date, God has got to explain this to me because I really do not understand. It was a 7-year journey the Lord was taking me through. But then it was 2 seconds, all these things happened. And then I woke up from the trance. I knew my life had changed. And then the man of God began to say, your lives have been changed. He began to impart us. He began to impart all of us who were gathered there, and he began to pray with us. And I realized something strange had happened to me. And that day I picked up my bag after that was the last day of the service of the program, and I got home. But I realized I became super, super smart. For the first time, I could pick up a book before this encounter happened. I would not understand when I read. Before this encounter happened, I was unable to think. You really would not understand this because, or let me not say you will not understand. It will take the grace of God for you to understand, because the background I came from, we were not supposed to amount to anything. It was well structured by the devil to orchestrate us for failure. We were just headed for the boat. But for the first time, I had a sense of being. For the first time, I could understand what the Lord wanted me to do. And the greatest impartation I received on that day was that I was able to hear God clearly. And it's been that way up till date. Right? So I was able to hear the Lord. My life changed forever. And ever since then, it's been from glory to glory. I was able to discover purpose. I was about 17 years old then. I was able to discover purpose. I was able to lead people. I think the Lord imparted me with the grace to lead. I was able to lead people. I was able to talk and be heard. Favor came upon my life. A lot of things changed about me. I had to tell the story to inspire somebody listening. The Lord is not yet done with you. Do not feel discouraged. Do not feel desolated. Do not feel depressed because it looks like you're headed for the rocks. You see, the Lord can do mighty things in 2 seconds with you. The Lord can change your life in 2 seconds. I'm telling you from experience. And you'll just wake up from that sleep and become another man. Think about the story of Solomon, right? And he had a vision with the Lord in a dream. Then after he offered the sacrifice, and the Lord asked him, Solomon, what would you want me to do for you? And you know what he said to the Lord? He needed wisdom and understanding to lead the people whom the Lord had given him to lead. And the Lord gave him the wisdom, gave him all that he needed, the understanding, and many more, because the Lord promised to give him what he did not ask for. So the Lord gave him all of that in the vision. When Solomon woke up, he became another man. That was my experience. So I want to encourage you watching. The Lord is not yet done with you. And I pray with you, no matter what you're going through, the Lord will do big, big things with you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. From this day, because you listen to this video till the end, the Lord is about to announce you. The Lord is about to bring purpose clearly to you. The Lord is about to reveal the purpose of your life. He's about to change the path you're on. Your aeons are being altered by the Spirit of God in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.